Welcome again. In this video, we will learn how to integrate sine square root of x dx. We know how to integrate sine x dx, but how to integrate sine square root of x? So we have a problem here with the square root of x. So we can assume that by substitution, let a new variable t is equal square root of x. And we can write that dt equals the differentiation of square root of x is 1 over 2 square root of x dx. So now we let a new variable t equals the square root of x. So in our integration, we need to remove all x's and replace them with t, the new variable. So we can write that dx is equal, we can move to a square root of x in the other side. So dx equals the 2 square root of x dt. So we can write it as dx equals 2. And we know square root of x is just equal t. So replace square root of x by t and multiplied by dt. Now in our integration, replace all x's with the new variable t. So integration of sine square root of x is just t multiplied by dx. We calculate it now. Dx is equal to t dt. So our integration will be 2 is a constant. We can move it out. Integration of t times sine t dt. Now we have a new integration. How can we integrate this integration? We have two multiplied functions, t and sine t. We can integrate them by parts. What is the formula that we can use to integrate by parts? If we have two multiplied functions, so we can assume one of them as u and the other as dv. So our rule is integration of u multiplied by dv equals uv minus integration of v du. Of course, the new integration on the other side, integration of v du is more simpler than the original integration u dv. So we will choose u and v to simplify our integration. Okay, and we have another rule, L I A T E. What is these letters represents? L represented the logarithmic function, I logarithmic function log ln x, like this. I is inverse trigonometric functions like arcsine, arctan, arccosine. A is the algebraic function. T like x squared, x cubed. T is the trigonometric functions, sine theta, cosine theta, and so on. E is the exponential function, e power x, 2 power x, and so on. So in this order, we can choose our variable u in this order. So start with logarithms, then I, then a, then t, then e. Okay, so we have here two functions. T is algebraic function and sine t is trigonometric function. So according to this rule, we can choose u. A is firstly, a is before t. So we will choose our u as t, and sine t dt is our dv. Okay, so u is equal t and dv is equal sine t dt. Okay, differentiate the first one. Differentiation of u is du and differentiation of t is dt, and integrate the second one. Integration of dv is just v, and integration of sine is negative cosine t. Negative cosine t. Integration here is sine t dt. Okay, now apply the rule. The integration will be uv minus integration of v du. So in this order, multiplied u by v, then integrate v du in this order. So our integration, our original integration, which is 2 integration of t sine t dt will equal 2 multiplied by. So we replace the t as u, we use the t as u, and sine t dt as dv. So according to the integration of parts, u dv, uv, the first answer, the first term is uv. It is negative cosine t and multiplied by t, and minus integration of v du. V du. V is negative cosine. Negative negative will be positive cosine t. V and du is just dt. Okay, so it equals 2 multiplied by negative t cosine t plus integration of cosine. As we see, this integration is very simpler than the original integration. The original integration is t sine t. It is more difficult. But this integration is very simple. Integration of cosine is just sine t plus c. So the final answer will be negative 2t multiplied t, here, 2 here, negative 2t cosine t, and plus 2 sine t and plus c. This is the final answer. So in this example, we used two methods for integration. The first one, we just substitute. We use the substitution method. We replace the square root of x by a new variable t. Then we use the integration by parts. Since we had two multiplied functions, we choose the one of them as our variable u and the other as dv, and applied this rule. Integration of u dv is equal uv minus integration v du. I hope you are understand. Thank you.